What if I told you that the system holding up the US dollar's dominance for the past 50 years is quietly collapsing, and most people have no idea it's happening? In 2023, Saudi Arabia let a 50-year agreement with the United States expire without renewal. China is now buying oil in yuan, and countries around the world are dumping dollars faster than ever before. The petrodollar system, the invisible force that made America the world's financial superpower, is dying. And what comes next could reshape your savings, your investments, and the entire global economy. Let's break it down. So first, what exactly is the petrodollar? It's not a special currency, it's a system. Back in 1974, after the US dropped the gold standard, America made a deal with Saudi Arabia. The Saudis would sell their oil exclusively in US dollars, and in return, the US would provide military protection and support. This was genius, because oil is the most traded commodity on Earth. Every country that wanted to buy oil suddenly needed dollars. Japan needs oil? Buy dollars first. Germany needs oil? Buy dollars first. China needs oil? You guessed it, buy dollars first. This created massive artificial demand for the US dollar. It meant America could print more money without causing inflation because the whole world needed those dollars. It's like having a business where customers are forced to use your store's gift cards to buy anything. Pure power. This system gave America unprecedented power. The US could run massive trade deficits and never worry. Why? Because foreign countries needed to hold dollars for oil purchases. They'd buy US Treasury bonds, essentially lending money back to America at low interest rates. It's the ultimate credit card with no limit. The petrodollar also meant the US could impose devastating sanctions. Want to cut a country off from global trade? Just block their access to dollars. No dollars means no oil, means economic collapse. Iran, Russia, Venezuela, they've all felt this weapon. And here's the kicker. America's military dominance and the dollar's dominance became inseparable. The US Navy protects global shipping lanes, and in return, the world uses dollars. It's the foundation of American hegemony.
But cracks started appearing. The 2008 financial crisis made countries question whether the dollar was really safe. Then, America weaponized the dollar through sanctions, and suddenly countries realized if we anger Washington, our reserves could be frozen overnight. Russia learned this the hard way in 2022 when $300 billion of their reserves got frozen after Ukraine. That sent shockwaves through every central bank on Earth. China was watching closely. They're the world's largest oil importer, and they thought, why should we be dependent on dollars? So they started making deals. In 2023, Saudi Arabia agreed to sell oil to China in yuan, not dollars, yuan. Brazil and China ditched the dollar for bilateral trade. The UAE started accepting rupees for oil from India. France completed the first yuan-settled LNG trade. Even more dramatic, the Saudis let that 1974 agreement expire in June 2024. No renewal, no announcement, just silence. The foundation was crumbling. BRICS nations, representing 45% of the world's population, are now openly discussing alternatives to the dollar. So what's really driving this seismic shift? Three major forces. First, geopolitics. America's use of sanctions as a weapon made everyone nervous. Countries realized their dollar holdings weren't really theirs if the US could freeze them. Trust evaporated. Second, China's rise. They're now the manufacturing hub of the world and a major trading partner for most countries. When your biggest customer wants to pay in yuan, you listen. They've even created the Cross-Border Interbank Payment System, or CIPS, a direct competitor to SWIFT, which has processed transactions from over 100 countries. Third, technology. Digital currencies and instant settlement systems mean you don't need dollars as an intermediary anymore. Central bank digital currencies, or CBDCs, are being developed by over 130 countries. The technology to bypass the dollar now exists.
And here's what most people miss. It's not just about replacing the dollar completely. It's about having options. Countries want financial sovereignty. They want to trade without needing permission from Washington. So what comes next? Let me give you 4 possible scenarios. Scenario 1, the multipolar currency world. No single currency dominates. Instead, we get regional currency blocks. China and Asia use yuan, Europe uses euros, maybe BRICS creates a commodity-backed currency. Trade happens in multiple currencies based on who you're trading with. This is already happening slowly. Scenario 2, the digital currency takeover. Central bank digital currencies become the norm. Imagine a digital yuan, digital euro, digital dollar, all competing. Transactions are instant, cheap, and don't need intermediaries. The winner would be whoever builds the best technology and trust. Scenario 3, the commodity-backed system. Countries return to backing currencies with hard assets like gold, oil, or a basket of commodities. BRICS has discussed this. It would limit money printing, but also limit economic flexibility. Some countries are already stockpiling gold at record rates. Scenario 4, the dollar adapts and survives. Don't count America out yet. The U.S. has the deepest financial markets, the strongest military, and the most trusted legal system. The dollar could remain dominant by adapting, maybe even launching a digital dollar that maintains its edge. The truth? We'll probably see a combination, a messy transition where multiple systems coexist. Now, what does this mean for you personally? Your savings, investments, and purchasing power are all at stake. If the dollar loses its reserve status, even gradually, we could see inflation as foreign countries dump their dollar holdings. That's trillions of dollars potentially flowing back to America. Your dollar would buy less. Interest rates could rise as the U.S. can no longer borrow as cheaply. That affects mortgages, car loans, everything. On the flip side, this creates massive investment opportunities. Gold and commodities could surge as countries diversify reserves. Bitcoin and cryptocurrency could benefit as people seek alternatives to all government currencies. Emerging markets might finally get their moment as they're no longer squeezed by dollar-denominated debt. The smartest move? Diversification. Don't keep all your wealth in one currency or one country's assets. Consider international investments, some precious metals, maybe even a small crypto allocation. The next decade will be about adaptability. Those who see this shift coming and position themselves accordingly will thrive. Those who ignore it might watch their wealth erode. The petrodollar system that defined global finance for 50 years is dying, not overnight, but slowly and steadily. What comes next will reshape everything about money, power, and your financial future. This isn't fear-mongering, it's reality. The question isn't whether change is coming, it's whether you'll be ready for it. If you found this valuable, hit that subscribe button because I'll be covering exactly how to position yourself for this new financial world order. Drop a comment. What do you think replaces the dollar? And remember, in times of massive change, massive fortunes are made. Don't get left behind.